Hi guys, it's Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com. In today's One Take Wonder video, we are going to take a look at the Hello Life Simply Created Kit from Stampin' Up. This was the first thing that I had to have out of the new catalog, and so I am really excited to share it with you. The kit comes with an 11 by 17 grid, which you will see in a minute, and then all of the supplies that you need to embellish and decorate the grid so that you can show off great photos of things and people that make you happy. So let's take a look at the contents of the kit. So within the kit, like I mentioned, you're going to get the 11 by 17 grid, and then you're also going to get some clothespins to use to take your to adhere your photos and things. You've got yarn and baker's twine and a needle. You have the supplies that you need to create a shaker card. There's acetate and a raised adhesive ring so you can create a shaker card. You have the backing for your shaker card. These are self-adhesive letters so that you can go ahead and say what you want on your introductory card, and I'll show you two variations, but you have your self-adhesive letters. And then you have lots and lots of pieces that you can go ahead. They're already die cut for you, and you're simply just going to punch them out. And you've got banner pieces, you've got your frame pieces, you've got little banner pieces. This is to create your title with for your frames. You've got a big card for that. Lots of different hearts, and let's pull three of them. We'll show you how they put them together. And then silver metallic, which is really fun, so something kind of shiny to add. A little bit of bling. Tiny little hearts. They almost look like polka dots, so you'll be able to get away with using these year-round. And more hearts and more banners. Tiny little hearts to create confetti with for your shaker card if you choose to use them. Some more little banner pieces. And then here you have black, and this is actually our chalkboard as well. This is our chalkboard paper, and so you'll want to use the chalkboard ink on it, the chalkboard markers. I'm going to show you why you might also want to keep them just plain. So let me pull some of these pieces out, and I'm going to show you where we're going with this, and I'm going to give you some just general tips for assembling. So let's pull this one out. Okay, so here is the one that I created, and I decided not to use the Hello Life stamp set. Instead, I chose to use our Hot Diggity Dog Diggity stamp set. Woof, show off my fur babies. Here's the journaling card, or the title card, excuse me, that I was talking about, and how you can use the self-adhesives to say what you want. I just put a tiny little glue dot around some of the confetti. We have our little hearts here. Here's our shaker card, and then our frames. So I want to show you some tips for the banner. I want to show you some tips for the pom-pom, some tips for the heart, and then I'm going to show you my Valentine variation, a stepped-up kit, and ways that you can make this versatile so that you can use it every single month. So let's take a look at the tips first. Let's set that aside, and let's start first with the shaker card. These are the pieces that you're going to want for the shaker card. And you're going to adhere the acetate to the window. You're going to peel the backing off. Make sure that it goes around your window. You're going to put your confetti in the center and then pull this adhesive off. It's double-sided adhesive, and lay your card over just like that, and you will have a shaker card. A little tip for you, there is yellow in the kit, our beautiful crushed curry. However, if you don't want yellow, maybe you're going to do St. Patrick's Day or red, white, and blue for the 4th of July, you may simply want to use just the black and silver hearts only. So just a tip for you there on that one. Then with the hearts, what they've done to create the three-dimensional look is we've just folded them down the middle. Take 3 of them, and then they tell you to glue them back to back like that. And then what I did was I laid the string across here and then I put another heart on top of it so that it was on my string. That's one variation or option for you. So again, you're going to fold them in half, and you're going to adhere them back to back, just like that. Okay. Now with your banner, where did I put my banner? And one of my absolute favorite tools is this bitty stapler. And one of the things that you're going to want to do is to consider adding baker's twine and the bitty stapler and an extra container of mini clips to your purchase. So we've got our banner pieces, and what I would do is I would score them and just pretend like I scored these. So much for TV cooking shows, right, and having the little piece in the oven ready to go for you. So we're just going to do this. Just fold them. This one I already put a second little heart on because it's going to be for the Valentine's frame you'll see here at the end. And so then what I did was I just took the baker's twine, I hung these over, and then I used my little stapler to staple just below the twine, hanging it on the twine just like that. And I love the little extra bling of the metal staplers. You can also color these staples if you wanted to with your blendabilities. So another fun reason to have the stapler, because with different seasons and occasions, we can change the color of those staples. So again, that was how I did my banner, and I like to use this little stapler. Oops, now we're out of staples. But just like that. So real simple and real easy. Now with the pom-pom, what I did, with the kit, you have this chipboard that's used to just keep everything nice and flat for shipping. And I cut myself a piece that's just 1.5 inches wide. It doesn't matter how long it is. 1.5 inches is what I found works best for the pom-pom. And they do suggest that you use about 10 yards. I used a little bit less than that because I wanted some of this string left. You saw on my title card where I had used it. I've got a couple little bows that I've used it in other places with. So I used slightly less. But all you're going to do is you're going to take, and we'll just get that to fall to the ground. And we're not going to do a full-size one, but we'll get you the idea here. So you're going to wrap approximately 10 yards around the card and work closer to the end. And then, do I have the scissors out? Nope. Let me grab the scissors. You're going to want to just snip it off. Have your 10 yards ready to go. And keeping it nice and even in the middle. And I found I like tying with baker's twine as opposed to the cord, and there is baker's twine in the kit. And of course, you're going to want to supersize your order and get the extra baker's twine, the stapler, and that, especially when I show you why. Little extra gift for you. But you want to try to make sure you tie this in the middle, and you want to tie it as tight as possible. This is one of those times where sometimes it's a little nice to have a friend crafting with you because they can put their thumb down and help you tie it tight. If you don't have somebody with you, just tie it as tight as you can. So you want to tie it as tight as you can, and then you want to cut these real close to the knot. And then what you're going to do is cut all of your loops. And the more that you use, the fuller it's going to be. And then what I found was I just started kind of working it, and that caused the fibers at the ends to fray out a little bit. And I just started, I held on to the center, and I just started working with it. And then once I got it as frayed as I liked it, then I went ahead and I used my scissors to kind of even it up and round it out just a little bit, giving it a little bit of a haircut. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't make mine fully round, and I'll show you why. Let me bring ours back in here again, is because I went ahead and I put it on a punched circle so that it would lay flat on my grid. Okay? So we'll just fluff it back up here again. So that's why. So I only did mine, I rounded it a half, like in a half pom-pom, and then I put a circle piece behind it, just punched out from the extra cardstock that you see. And so here again, you can see where I used extra ribbon on this little piece here, and I used a little bit of extra Here I just used some of the baker's twine that was in it. So now let's take a look at my Valentine's one so that I can give you some ideas for making this seasonal. And again, hopefully create the desire in you to purchase the extras that I was talking about so that you can use these over and over again. So this is the generic one that I did, and I wrote Love Our Life #us because I do love our life, and it's something that I can have out as a verse no matter what season. If I'm doing St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, kind of goes there. Instead of creating this as a shaker card, two options with your shaker card. One, this is acetate, so your dimensionals come on and off of that very easily. So you're going to be able to do that. And when you supersize it this month, you'll get the red glimmer hearts and some of the other pieces that you see here to turn yours into a Valentine's piece. In addition, what I did with this is I created a shaker pocket. I punched a U-shaped piece with my circle punch. I did not take my adhesive, my circle the whole way around. There's an actual gap, and I can dump confetti in or dump confetti out. So I made a shaker pocket. That way I can use them over and over again. With your cards, now this one says So Sweet, I would find a generic verse, or I would simply leave them blank and let your photos do the talking instead of putting something on them that maybe, again, doesn't fit for a different season that you're going to be celebrating. With this one, to make it reusable over and over again, I wrapped it with baker's twine, and the element that I'm adding to it I did with a dimensional on top of the baker's twine, not the paper. For this one, to make it reusable, I did not glue the heart to the card. I simply used the clothespin to hold the heart to it when I clipped the card down. And then the other thing is, instead of gluing your photos in, simply just hold them together with the clothespin. You don't need to have them firmly glued down. So lots of possibilities for you with this kit. Lots of great places to use it. Maybe you have a cubby at work. Maybe you have your own office, or you're a teacher. If you are a dentist, maybe you do braces, it would be fun to see the new smiles of the month. Maybe you're a hairdresser, it'd be fun to do some of the new do's or highlight some of your customers. Employee of the month. There's lots of different ways. Teachers, that you might want to put your star students or some other way that you reward your students nowadays. But lots and lots of possibilities. I can see where you're going to want more than one in your life. You're going to want one for several of the different places. I'm actually making one for my husband for his office. I'm going to kind of give it a little bit more manly look. But he is the handler of our oldest Teague. And so I thought it would be fun for him to have pictures of himself handling Teague in his office. So we'll make it look a little manly, and you'll be able to see that one on my blog, remarkablycreated.com. Now, in terms of supersizing it, when you order this from me, and you'll want to visit remarkablycreated.com to see my options for supersizing and how to contact me to do that. But when you decide to order the kit and then supersize it with the stapler, with the extra clothespins, and with the baker's twine, you're going to receive this little storage case. And in addition, another way to make it versatile is with our chalkboard banner, and you'll get a chalkboard banner piece that you can use in lieu of the titling card and a piece of white chalk, and then you'll get a little storage case, and all of your little pieces and your elements are going to fit in our little storage case. So great reasons to want to supersize it, a lot of options and variations on the kit, and you'll get more ideas monthly from me so that we can continue to embellish it and decorate it throughout the year. So come visit me at remarkablycreated.com, or email me, Janet, at remarkablycreated.com, or check all of the links in the description of the kit. Thanks for watching, guys, and have fun embellishing your life with wonderful photos. Take care. God bless you.